I have been decorating for people online for 10 years, and I have never in my life had more fun decorating for Christmas than this year, and I am so excited to share my full Christmas home tour with you. For about the last 5 years, every single year, it has felt like Christmas arrives earlier and earlier and earlier with the pressure to decorate, to buy, to have the perfect gift, have everything be so magical. And there's just so much pressure that comes with that can fully steal the joy of Christmas. But this year I cut it all out, and that was the best decision that I could have made. This year I made the commitment that less is more. More doesn't automatically equal cozy, and there is a possibility that we can live in the in-between and still absolutely love the way that our home turns out for Christmas. So for today's video, I really hope that you're inspired, that you enjoy watching a little bit of the process, but most of all that it's just restful for you. And for anybody who has been here since the summer, this is Willow. She's our puppy. She is 6 months old now and getting big and heavy, and she got her first haircut. So if you're watching this video and you're used to seeing the Willow of Willow past, she looks different now, but no, we did not get a third dog. You're still cute. So with that, let's decorate. Let's start in the kitchen. I have decided this year that I'm only purchasing a very few select new items that I can really use throughout the entire winter rather than really overtly Christmas decor. I'm focusing on cleaning up some of the vintage items that I own, making those beauties shine. I love a little bit of copper for Christmas time. I did add a new washable rug because with our dear Willow, we need one. Let's just say that. And I really love this beautiful burgundy brown that this rug brings into the kitchen. I wanted a moodier color for the winter time, just really cozy, and this one was a stunner. Now in Christmases past, I have done a lot in the kitchen. I usually hang garlands on the windows, a swag on the hood. I'll put wreaths inside the windows, which instead of doing in the kitchen this year, I decided to do in the dining room. But for the kitchen, I just decided that less was more. I'm going to go really simple and really easy, and even leave it so that a lot of the things that I add, I can leave up all winter long and have less work to do for the next season. And I'm really enjoying that switch of mindset. Now, one of the things that I committed to this Christmas specifically was if I'm going to buy something new for Christmas, then I at least wanted it to be able to transition into winter decor, if not be something I can use year round. And I'm really grateful to Quince today for sponsoring this video. I've been wearing Quince clothing since early last summer, and I continued to go back over and over again because I was so impressed with the premium quality of the fabrics, of the construction, of the beauty of them, the way they feel on my body, that I just kept going back because they were actually affordable. Quince cuts the middleman out, and so you get high quality premium products at an affordable price. And so I hadn't purchased anything from their home line, and this Christmas I got to. Now, I've been so impressed with the quality of their fabrics. You've seen me wearing these in all of my videos for the last 6 months, but I'm also equally impressed with the fabrics and the textiles that came in their pillows, as well as this solid marble fluted bowl. It's really stunning. I've been wanting one of these for literally years, and I'm so grateful to be able to partner with them and have this showstopper be in my home, because not only is it solid marble, it literally weighs 10 pounds. I just weighed it. It is also an heirloom piece. It's gorgeous, and you've already seen me use it in my decorating videos this Christmas, and I cannot wait to use it all year round. Now, I will link up for you specifically the sweaters, the tops, the jeans that I own from Quince, as well as the home products that I just received in the description, but make sure and check out Quince. I've been so impressed with the quality of their products. You can get also 365 days of the year, free shipping and free returns, which is fantastic. I did have to return a few things for sizing issues and received the new product, no problems. It was so easy. Now I'm excited to finish decorating for Christmas and show you my whole home decked out. Now in the living room earlier this fall, I had shown you another version of a winter mantle, and it was really simple and straightforward and just had greens. But for Christmas, I really did want to make this one a little bit more cozy with some added greenery. I think I have probably 4 or 5 garlands on the mantle. And because I'm decorating early, I was really able to do this in phases. So it kind of evolved over time, and I just lived with it for a few days and then figured out if I wanted to add more. And then I lived with it, and then I figured out if I wanted to add more. And that slow decorating process was so much more enjoyable than how I typically do it, which is a very rushed, get everything done as fast as possible, get the totes back down in the basement mindset. This year it was very calm, very peaceful. I didn't have a plan going in, so it just kind of moved with me as I went, and I really did enjoy that different method. Now, this year I decided that I wanted the tree on the opposite corner of what I had it last year because there's more space. And in the past, we've always had to get pretty skinny trees, and I wanted a big old fat one this year. My son loves the big fat trees, and so I decided that he's gonna pick that out, and that meant that I had to move my fiddle fig. And my fiddle is difficult to move when there's 2 people, but of course, I don't want to wait for anybody, so I figured out a way to get it over onto the opposite side, but it did give me a run for my money, and it was my workout for the day. I noticed as I moved it over that I needed to clean the leaves. They were very dusty. And if you have a fiddle of your own, you know that as soon as you clean those leaves, that baby just pops. It's so much greener, and it can actually take in the sunlight that it needs much easier. So I was glad that I made that little shift. Even though it's a lot of greenery in the same room, I do actually still like it. So for the mantle, I kept going and added a little bit of these battery-operated twinkle lights just for a cozy glow in the evening. And I went and I dissected a bunch of different strings that I had of vintage bells so that I could create something for the side that's kind of like a swag, adding in a bunch of different vintage bells with the different colors that I bought ribbon for this year. And I really enjoy how that came together. It's a really simple addition. You can find these bells at antique stores all over the place, and they add a little bit of that metallic glow, and they're just really pretty. Now, if you've ever struggled to hang things before, I do like these mini green zip ties to add embellishments to the mantle. I just secured it right to the garlands themselves, and then I added in, as you can see, some of those metallic leaves that really pick up on the glow of the lights and make it a little bit more cozy. Now, last year I did a full garland swagging the opening between our dining room and our living room, and while I loved the way that it looked, it was magical. It was actually a big pain to my family. Both my husband and my son are tall. Every time they walk through the opening, they hit their heads on the garland. And so this year I decided to just kind of create a little bit of the same effect without the full garland. So I snagged a few evergreen stems and I twined them together, wrapped them in some offcuts from some curtains that I hemmed, added a gold embellishment to the top, and then wrapped it in some ribbon. And I just secured that onto a command hook and then popped a little bit of ribbon above that gold floral piece to make it look like a bow. Of course, I'm adding bells because adding bells makes things extra cozy. I added a couple of trees here and there. I added some wreaths here and there, and just really enjoyed this slow process of doing a little bit, seeing what's missing, doing a little bit, seeing what's missing, and going from there. I decided before we went and got our real tree that I wanted to make another orange garland to put on the tree, which I've never done before, but always loved the look that other people pull with those natural elements. It's just really nostalgic, handmade. And of course, as I was making it, I had all of the end cuts left over. And so I thought, why not make some juice? And let me tell you what, that effort was well spent. It was the best orange juice I've ever had, even though it only got me about a half a cup. Taking it a little bit further though, I did grab those scraps, pop them into a pot, and do a little simmer pot on the stove. Just a really nice way to try and make the most of the elements that you're using. Next, we did our favorite family activity, went to the tree farm. My son is old enough now where he does most of the work to cut the tree down, and he picked out the largest tree he could find that would fit into our house, and it actually fills the space for once. It really looks so beautiful in the corner. Usually we have much skinnier trees that end up feeling a little lacking. This one is absolutely gorgeous. Now, I did struggle with the lights. I had so many strands going in and out that I had to put on, take off, and it was a bit of a struggle this year to get the tree lit. But in the end, it turned out beautiful, and now the house is complete, and I hope that you can just sit back, relax, and enjoy taking a closer look at some of these different elements for our Christmas home tour. Now, even though this is my Christmas home tour, I'm actually not done sharing Christmas videos with you just yet. So stay tuned for more to come over the next couple of weeks, and I wish you a very Merry Christmas season.